Welcome to today's deep dive, where we're going to get into maximizing video ROI.
Turning those views into actual business results.
Exactly. It's going to be super valuable for all you marketing directors out there, or anyone really who's looking to take their video strategy to that next level.
Yeah, it's something that we see a lot of companies struggling with. They put a lot of effort into creating videos, but they don't always see the return on that investment.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people listening probably know exactly what I'm talking about.
Right.
Like, you make this great video,
Right.
you're like, oh yeah, it's got some views. But then you're like, wait a minute.
Where are the leads?
Yeah, where are the sales?
Yeah, where's the impact on the bottom line?
So in this deep dive, we're going to break down why that happens.
Yeah, and more importantly, what you can do about it.
Yeah, so let's start with the problem. Why is it that some videos get views, but they just don't seem to convert?
There's a few key reasons why that happens. And the first one is a lack of a clear purpose. A video might be super well produced, visually stunning, but if it doesn't have a clear goal in mind, it's kind of like just throwing it out there and hoping for the best.
Yeah, it's like, you're putting all this effort into making it look nice, but what are you actually trying to accomplish with it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, are you trying to drive traffic to your website? Are you trying to capture leads, generate sales? You need to have that purpose defined from the outset.
It's like setting off on a trip without knowing where you're going.
Yeah.
You might enjoy the ride, but you're probably not going to end up where you want to be.
Exactly.
So a lot of times it's not just about having a great looking video, but about making sure it actually has a point.
Oh, right. And this kind of leads into the second reason why videos might not convert. And that's because they can sometimes be too company-centric.
Oh, okay.
Like, they're focused on talking about themselves, their features, their accomplishments, and they kind of forget about the most important person in the equation.
The customer.
The customer. Exactly. Their needs, their pain points, what they're actually looking for.
It's a trap that's easy to fall into, right?
Absolutely.
Especially when you're so passionate about your business. You just want to talk about it all the time, but you got to make sure you're speaking the customer's language.
Yeah, you've got to put yourself in their shoes and understand what they're going through.
Okay, so we've got a clear purpose. We're focusing on the customer. What else could go wrong?
Well, even if you nail those two things, a weak call to action can really derail everything.
Yeah, it's like you've got them hooked and then you just let them go.
Exactly. You need to tell people what you want them to do next. Like, do you want them to visit your website? Download a resource? Schedule a call? Be explicit about it.
Guide them towards that desired outcome.
Yep. Make it crystal clear.
Okay, so to recap, we need a clear purpose, we need to focus on the customer, and we need a strong call to action.
Those are the foundational pillars.
But how do we actually take those principles and turn them into a video that actually converts?
Well, think of it as a 4-step formula.
Okay, I like formula.
It makes it nice and simple.
Actionable.
Exactly. So step number 1 is you need to hook your audience immediately.
Especially these days, right?
Yeah.
Attention spans are,
So short.
you got to grab them right
We've
away.
got literally seconds to capture their interest before they scroll on to the next thing.
So how do we do that?
Yeah.
What are some tactics for creating that hook
Yeah.
that's going to make people stop scroll?
There are a few things you can try. You could start with a bold statement, something that challenges conventional wisdom or maybe piques their curiosity.
Yeah, something that makes them think.
Yeah, something that makes them go, what's that about?
I like that.
Or you could pose a thought-provoking question right from the get-go.
Ooh, get them thinking.
Engage them right away. Make them want to hear the answer.
And I'm a big believer in the power of visuals.
Oh, absolutely.
A striking image and animation, something that's just visually arresting, can really grab people's attention.
Totally. It's about that disruption. You want to break through the noise and make them stop and pay attention.
Yeah, I remember seeing this one video, and it started with this close-up shot of a smartphone screen shattering.
Whoa.
And I was like, whoa, what just happened?
Yeah.
It was so unexpected and visually jarring that I had to keep watching to see what it was all about.
It's that element of surprise that pulls people in.
Exactly.
Okay, so once you have their attention, step 2 is to make it all about the customer.
Okay, back to the customer.
Back to the customer. This means understanding their pain points, their desires, their goals, and then demonstrating how your product or service can help them achieve those things.
But how do you... I saw this great video from a company that makes sustainable clothing. And instead of just like showcasing their products, they took you on a journey to their ethical factories.
Oh, wow.
Highlighting their commitment to fair labor practices, and environmental sustainability.
That's cool.
And it was just so informative and inspiring.
Yeah.
It really aligned with their brand values, and it made me want to learn more.
It gave you that context,
Yeah.
built trust,
Mm-hmm.
and it didn't feel salesy at all.
Exactly.
There.
Okay, so we've got our hook. We're focused on the customer. We're providing value. What's the final step?
The final step is ending with a clear and compelling call to action.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
How do we make a call to action that actually gets people to do something?
The key is to be specific.
Okay.
So instead of just saying, learn more,
Yeah.
tell them exactly what you want them to do and how to do it.
Give them those instructions.
Exactly. Like visit our website to download our free guide or schedule a consultation to discuss your specific needs.
Make it super actionable.
Clear, concise, and actionable.
I love it. Okay, so we've got our 4-step formula: hook, customer focus, value, and call to action.
That's the recipe.
But what if you don't have a big budget to work with?
Right. Can you still apply these principles?
Absolutely. You can create amazing video content, even if you're working with limited resources.
There are plenty of cost-effective strategies that you can implement to get the most out of your video marketing efforts.
Okay, so let's unlock those budget-friendly secrets. How can we make our videos shine, even if we don't have a ton of money to throw at them?
Well, one of the most effective approaches is to repurpose existing content.
Ah, smart.
So think about all the blog posts, the articles, the presentations you've already created. You can transform those into engaging video snippets.
It's like giving that content a new life.
Exactly. And it's a great way to breathe new life into valuable information that you've already developed.
Work smarter, not harder.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why reinvent the wheel when you can repackage and amplify content that's already resonating with your audience?
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so repurposing content, that's
Yeah.
one. What else have we got?
Another powerful strategy is to tap into the power of user-generated content.
Oh, user-generated content.
Yeah. Encourage your customers to share their experiences with your product or service through video testimonials or behind-the-scenes glimpses.
It's so authentic,
It is.
and people really trust it. You know, they're more likely to believe a recommendation from a fellow customer than some fancy marketing message.
It's social proof at its finest.
Exactly.
It taps into that sense of community and real-life experiences.
Okay, so repurposing content,
Mhm.
user-generated content.
Mhm.
Anything else we can do on a budget?
Don't underestimate the impact of short-form video content.
Oh yeah, short-form video is huge these days.
It is.
Everyone's on TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts.
And for good reason. It's
Yeah.
quick, it's engaging, it's perfect for mobile viewing.
And you don't need a big fancy production to create it.
Nope. You can do a lot with just a smartphone and some creativity.
So even with a limited budget, you can create impactful video content by repurposing material, leveraging user-generated content, and embracing the power of short-form video.
You got it.
And it's not just about saving money. It's about connecting with your audience in a more authentic and engaging way.
Absolutely. It's about being creative, resourceful, and really understanding what resonates with your target market.
So we've talked about why videos don't always convert and how to make them more effective. But now I want to see some proof.
Yeah, let's see it in action.
Let's hear about some businesses that have actually used video to drive real results.
All right, let's start with a small e-commerce brand that was struggling to convert website visitors into paying customers.
Okay, so they had great products,
They did.
but the sales just weren't there.
They weren't reflecting the quality of their offerings.
So what did they do?
They decided to create a simple but highly targeted product demo video.
Okay.
And they focused on showcasing the key features and benefits of their product, addressing common customer questions and concerns head on.
So they really made it all about the customer.
Exactly. They honed in on what their target audience was looking for and make sure that the video spoke directly to their needs.
And did it work?
It did. Within just a few months of launching that video, their sales increased dramatically.
Wow, that's amazing.
It really is. It just goes to show that even a simple, well-executed video can have a huge impact on a business's bottom line,
Especially for smaller businesses.
especially for smaller businesses.
Yeah.
It highlights the importance of clarity and focus. Don't try to cram everything into one video.
Yeah.
Just identify the key message you want to convey and deliver it in a compelling and digestible way.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
Okay, what other examples do you have?
Let's talk about a B2B software company that was having trouble communicating the value of their product.
Okay, I can imagine B2B software can be
It can be complex.
really difficult to explain.
Yeah, their sales presentations often left potential clients feeling overwhelmed and confused.
Because it's just so much information.
It is a lot to take in.
So what do?
They decided to create an explainer video,
Classic.
a classic. And they used simple language, clear visuals, and relatable metaphors to break down their complex offering into easy-to-understand chunks.
So it's like taking something really technical and making it accessible to everyone.
Exactly. And they focused on highlighting the key pain points that their software addressed and showcasing how it could streamline workflows and increase efficiency for their target clients.
Because they tied it back to those customer needs.
Always back to the customer. And the impact was significant. This explainer video became a core part of their sales process,
Okay.
helping them to engage potential clients, build credibility, and ultimately close more deals.
I love those examples. They're so inspiring.
They are. They show how businesses of all sizes and industries are using video to achieve their marketing goals.
And what's really interesting is that both of those examples really highlight the key principles we've been talking about.
A clear purpose,
A customer focus,
providing value.
strong call to action.
Those are the cornerstones of effective video marketing.
But what really stood out to me was the power of storytelling.
Oh.
Both of those examples went beyond just listing features or stating facts.
Yeah.
They connected with the viewer on an emotional level by telling a compelling story.
Storytelling is so crucial. It's what makes your videos memorable and impactful. People connect with stories. They remember stories.
Yeah, and when you can weave your brand message into a good story, it's so much more powerful.
It resonates on a deeper level.
So we've talked about why videos matter, how to make them better, and we've seen that it actually works.
Yeah.
But for our listeners, what's the one thing they should take away from all of this?
If you're creating videos that aren't converting, it's time to take a step back and reassess your strategy.
Okay.
And start by asking yourself these questions. What is the purpose of this video? Who am I trying to reach? And what value am I providing to my audience?
Those are the questions that should guide every decision you make.
Exactly. Don't just create videos for the sake of creating videos.
Yeah, be strategic
Be intentional.
and keep that customer top of mind. Because at the end of the day, effective video marketing isn't about having the biggest budget or the fanciest production.
Right.
It's about using smart strategies to engage your audience and compel them to take action.
If you're ready to transform your video content into a powerful tool that drives results, the time is now.
It's like a recipe for success. And
Yeah.
it seems like no matter what your budget is or what industry you're in, these ingredients are essential for making a video that really works.
Yeah, it's all about finding that right mix.
But you know what really struck me was the power of storytelling.
Oh, absolutely.
Both those examples you shared, they didn't just list features or state facts.
Right.
They connected with the viewer on an emotional level by telling a compelling story.
And that's what people remember. They connect with stories. They remember stories.
And when you can weave your brand message into a good story, it just makes it so much more impactful.
It resonates on a deeper level.
So as we wrap up today's deep dive, I want to leave you with something to think about.
A little food for thought as you embark on your video marketing journey.
What's one small tweak you can make to your next video to make it more engaging? A&D drive better results.
That's a good question.
So maybe it's incorporating a stronger hook right at the beginning to really grab people's attention.
Yeah, that's always a good one.
Or maybe it's reframing your message to really resonate with your customers' needs.
Make sure you're speaking their language.
Exactly. Or it could even be as simple as adding a clear and compelling call to action.
Ah, yes, the call to action. Never forget the call to action.
That guides viewers towards the desired outcome.
Tell them what you want them to do.
Exactly. So whatever that tweak may be,
Yeah.
challenge yourself to implement it and see what a difference it can make.
Sometimes the smallest adjustments can have the biggest impact.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of video marketing.
It's been a pleasure.
We hope you've gained some valuable insights and actionable strategies to take your video content to the next level.
And start seeing those results.
Remember, turning views into revenue is a journey,
It's not a destination.
and we're here to support you every step of the way.
Absolutely. So keep creating, keep innovating, and keep those cameras rolling.
It's like a recipe for success,
Yeah.
And it seems like no matter what your budget is or what industry you're in, these ingredients are essential for making a video that really works.
Absolutely. It's all about finding the right formula, the right mix.
So what really stood out to me was the power of storytelling.
Oh, yeah. Stories are so powerful.
Both of those examples you shared, they didn't just list features or state facts. They connected with the viewer on an emotional level by telling a compelling story.
And that's what people remember. They connect with stories. They remember stories.
And when you can weave your brand message into a good story, it's just so much more impactful.
It resonates on a deeper level. It sticks with people.
So as we wrap up today's deep dive, I want to leave you with something to think about.
A little food for thought.
as you embark on your video marketing journey.
Yeah, keep those creative wheels turning.
What's one small tweak you can make to your next video to make it more engaging? drive better results.
Hmm, that's a good question.
So maybe it's incorporating a stronger hook right at the beginning to really grab people's attention.
Yeah, that's always a good place to start.
Or maybe it's reframing your message to really resonate with your customers' needs.
Make sure you're speaking their language.
Exactly. Or it could even be as simple as adding a clear and compelling call to action.
Ah, yes, the call to action. Never forget the call to action.
That guides viewers towards that desired outcome.
Tell them what you want them to do.
Exactly. So whatever that tweak may be, challenge yourself to implement it and see what a difference it can make.
Sometimes the smallest adjustments can have the biggest impact.
That's so true. Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of video marketing.
It's been great chatting with you.
We hope you've gained some valuable insights and actionable strategies to take your video content to the next level.
And start seeing those results.
Remember, turning views into revenue is a journey, not a destination.
And we're here to support you every step of the way.
Absolutely. So keep innovating and keep those cameras rolling.